Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your last bonus reading. As you guys were aware, in April, you guys crushed it when it came to views to get the extra readings. Well, here's your extra reading, and this one is going to be good for the next 4 weeks. What are we doing? We are doing your money finance situation for the next 4 weeks using the Crow Tarot. I've done an off-screen pre-shuffle, and now we ask our messages for Scorpio for the next 4 weeks. What are their money messages, their career messages, all things that will basically be covered under the Pentacles. Now the Pentacles is Earth energy. Earth energy is slow moving, but it does cover all things that are tangible, which is definitely your money, career, and finance specifically. All right, one more. Things are looking a little rocky right now, I'm going to admit. I think a lot of people are in that boat. I know I am. I'm getting ready to sell my house due to finances. Okay, there we go. We do have on the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. It's very fast moving energy. It's a lot of messages that come in and out really quickly, despite the fact that we are in a Mercury retrograde, which is also in the sign of Gemini. The sun is in the sign of Gemini, as is, I believe, Venus. So we do have a lot going on here, but in terms of energy and messages that comes to things that are tangible for you, there are a lot of messages that are going to come in. Just a bit of a warning with the Mercury retrograde, particularly with it being in the sign of Gemini, is to not double check, not triple check, quadruple or more check that your emails, your messages, your texts are being sent to the right person, that they have gone through, that they have been read and accepted, and that there is none of those embarrassing mistakes where you are sending the wrong information to the wrong person, for lack of better wording. So you do have a lot of messages kind of getting ready to really get your head whirling, and it may even feel overwhelming with all of this energy going on. So don't be afraid to take a little bit of time out to slow things down. We are book-ended underneath the 8 of Wands with the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So there could be some energy coming in which helps soften it. Now you are a water sign, Scorpio, so this could be some of your own energy where you're coming into your own reading and you're slowing things down. Now the first card we have for this upcoming week, May 31st to June 6th, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Now the 6 of Swords in reverse is stagnation. To an extent, you're feeling stagnant. There's nothing coming in. There's nothing really moving forward. Normally this card in the upright talks about moving from rough water into calmer times, but this week is not going to be it. You're feeling like you're getting nowhere, like you're going nowhere. But for the following week, June 7th, we have the 4 of Wands. Now the 4 of Wands talks about stability, and despite the fact that it is Wands energy, it does talk about stable home life, stable home, commitments. Maybe you are making a new commitment to a job. Maybe you are committing to just being more careful with your finances. But this does indicate a happiness. There is stability in huge piles. And that is what is driving your second week of June finances. Now your third week of June, which would be June 15th, we have the Lovers. Now the Lovers card is the card of Gemini, and we are in Gemini, but this card also talks about balance, also talks about deep love. So you may be getting that offer. Don't forget, we've got the King and Knight of Cups book ending the tarot deck underneath the Eight of Wands. So there could be something that comes up that you really deeply love, that softens the energy, that the harshness of this Mercury retrograde is. We've got Saturn retrograde, which is hitting a lot of people hard. We have Pluto in retrograde. At the end of June, we do have Jupiter going retrograde, and then we've got, by the time Mercury comes out of retrograde, we'll be into Cancer season, which you will feel a lot more comfortable in, and this is maybe why you are loving this energy here with the Lovers. So Cancer season rolls in, Mercury retrograde ends, the following day we have Jupiter going retrograde, but then we're into some slightly more watery energy. And right now Jupiter, which is the the planet that talks about luck, growth, and expansion, it can be quite freewheeling. It is currently in the sign of Pisces. Now when it goes retrograde, it dips back into the sign of Aquarius. And you might be feeling a little bit of that slightly conflicting energy of being back in an air sign, but not quite as much. With the Lovers card, though, this is indicating a potential job situation, because this is a money, career, finance reading, that this is an opportunity that you are going to love. There's a lot of passion. There's just, it makes your heart full when you think of this card. And this, to me, I'm getting that there is, right before Gemini season ends in that third week, is when this type of feeling is going to come in, and that could just mean a new job offer. Now we do have the Seven of Wands, and you do have quite a bit of Wands energy here. Now the Seven of Wands is a feeling of defensiveness, and you may be defending or feeling like you have to defend some decisions, particularly around your jobs, your finances, your investments. If you have been wanting to make an investment and you chose something, you may be feeling like you have to defend yourself because you chose that particular way to invest. Or you may be defensive because you did go for this offer of love, and now you're having to maybe feel a little bit defensive in your workplace, your old workplace, I should say. Or defensive to your family and friends, because you are going to potentially be accepting this. Now this position, let me see. We're going to use the Santa Muerte to clarify. I have shuffled this deck off screen. Clarify the Lovers for Scorpio and their finances. You may be feeling defensive though. I strongly feel like this position or this offer, this Lovers card energy, I do feel like a lot of you are going to be accepting it, taking it, and let's see if the skulls are going to talk today. Normally they're quite chatty, but I haven't had them out for a while. I will admit that. I have been quite drawn to the crows and the ravens. There we go. Okay, so when it comes to, I'm just looking really quickly here. When it comes to the Lovers card, there are a number here to clarify. So remember this guy here, this is what we're clarifying. Is this offer going to be something that, I'm just putting them in order here. Is it going to be something that you take and you are feeling, I'm not sure if you can see that, I know it's a little bit dark. So the Five of Wands, you are feeling a lot of conflict over it, and that will spill over into the last week of June, in which you're feeling defensive. That's where the conflict comes in. But know, when you let go of the old and you make that decision, Karma may be playing out. This may indicate balance simply because the Justice card here does also indicate balance, as does the Lovers. So there is going to be a balancing out of this energy. I do strongly feel this Eight of Wands that is influencing the entire reading. This is what's playing out in the background. As Mercury comes out of retrograde, you may be making this decision, and that is when all of this plays out. But know that you will be taking whatever this offer is, because you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. One fills your cup, the other fills your wallet. So the third week of June, I really strongly feel is your mover and shaker type week when it comes to your finances, simply because that is where we had the major arcana show up, clarified with another major arcana, because Lovers and Justice are both major arcana cards. So there's a little bit of a status quo. You're feeling kind of stable but stagnant at the beginning of the month for the first 2 weeks. Once Mercury retrograde ends, messages will flow a lot easier, a lot clearer. You will be able to make this decision. See if there's anything else for this defensiveness. Before I close this out, I'm going to do a couple shuffles to see if we can clarify the Seven of Wands here. Now, Wands energy does move quite quickly, so this defensiveness could just be somebody's pissed off at you because you got this offer and they didn't, and now you're feeling like you have to defend yourself in regards to making this decision into something new. And I'm looking at these two aces here, and the Ace of Cups does have a dragonfly on it. The Ace of Pentacles has a grasshopper. So you may want to Google what those are about. All right. I thought I had another one. There it is. Okay, so to clarify what it is you are being defended or defending, there's your Knight of Cups. You're defending yourself when it comes to taking this, because it is filling your cup. And there's the Devil in reverse, which also talks about negative behavior, negative feelings, but I don't feel like this is yours. You may be feeling very defensive that you get to ride off into the sunset and the other person does not, and they're not happy about it. But too bad. This is about you. This is your job. If it is something that is going to fill your cups and your wallets, considering that this is a money, finance, career, there doesn't really seem to be anything that indicates a leaving of location, but this could simply also be a promotion where you got promoted over somebody else who thought they deserved the promotion over you. Stand your ground. This is exactly what you want it to be, but that's going to play out more towards the end of the month of June. So Scorpio, that is your money, career, and finance reading. I will see you in the monthly readings, which are coming out soon.